Zone, and today we're celebrating African medicine. Would actually be speaking to two people. The first person we'll speak to happens to be the chairman of the Northern Regional Association of Herbalists, and the second is actually a contributor. He's a contributor from the Research Institute, the Institute of Traditional and Alternative Medicine. Now, I wouldn't want to waste any time. We'll be jumping straight into it. And I do have my co host who would also be joining me for this discussion. So, first off, before I actually bring Doc on the line, I want to ask my co host, Mami, about whether she has actually tried any African traditional medicine. Miss Maud,
Hi,
have you tried any traditional African medicine?
like swallowed or drunk?
Any swallow, drunk, apply, any?
Mm, I have this one that I use for skin infections. It's made from garlic and it's called giddling ointment and it's really good. And I think you see that neem when they boil neem leaves and then you sit on it, it serves as some form of detox. Yeah, I do that as well. And but no, I haven't actually taken taking any traditional medicine in a long while.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Okay, I think we have Mr. Alfred Ofori Agyemang, the contributor from the Institute of Traditional and Alternative Medicine. Good afternoon once again, sir. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. I'm very fine, and you?
I am great, sir. It's good to have you on the show.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, sir. So, I already mentioned the Institute of Traditional and Alternative Medicine. Now, people may be wondering, what is the Institute of Traditional and Alternative Medicine all about? Some people might not even have heard of it.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for the opportunity. The Institute of Traditional and Alternative Medicine is an institute that is located at the University of Health and Allied Science in Water region. And the institute came into being in September 2019. And that may be the reason why people are not aware. It is new in the system. And it is the unique institute in the country, Ghana, that is being mandated by law to research and promote traditional medicine within the country and beyond.
Okay, sir.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Mhm.
So,
And basically, our mandate is to do research into the practices and the products that are used in traditional medicine to train practitioners and personnel that are involved in the whole industry of traditional medicine, as well as to provide some technical services in the area of traditional, alternative, and complementary medicine service.
wow. Okay. So from what you just said, I just want to find out, is ITAM for short? Is ITAM the only institute that focuses on traditional medicine in the whole country?
No, I said others are doing some aspect of traditional medicine.
Okay. But you
Mhm. So
focus on.
the whole aspect. Some may be involved in maybe herbal medicine alone, but traditional medicine is more than herbal medicine.
Okay. Could
And
you.
so when it comes to traditional medicine, we are talking about bone setting, traditional birth attendance, herbal medicine, psychic healing, device. So they are a set of practices put together that we call the traditional medicine practice.
Wow. Okay. I think most often when we talk about traditional medicines, we just think of the herbal medicines because that's what
Mhm.
we actually assume are the traditional medicines. But could you throw more light on the others? I mean, aside the ones you've mentioned, bone setting, traditional birth delivery, and all that.
Yes, and because normally herbal medicine is the most dominant form of practice among the traditional medicine practices in Africa. And so, as I mentioned, we have a group called divine healers that are involved in spiritism and other means of doing their traditional medicine practice. We have those who are into circumcising or the circumcision of the male organ. They are
Okay.
all part of the traditional medicine group. We have the we have the psychic, those who use psychic theories in healing, as
Okay.
well as hello.
Yes, I
I
can
hope
hear you.
okay. And so these are other aspects of traditional medicine practices we have in the country.
Wow. So then ITAM actually serves under umbrella. for all of them.
Yes, that is it.
Okay, so I want to find out, do you, since you mentioned that you train some of them, then do you actually work in conjunction with other state agencies? Take, for example, the Food and Drugs Authority.
Yes. As a research institute in a public university, we are working with a lot of public agencies and private agencies too. So when it comes to the public, we are dealing with the Ministry of Health.
Okay.
And under the Ministry of Health and its agencies, we are dealing with the traditional and alternative medicine directorates of the ministry. We deal with the Traditional Medicine Practice Council, that is also under the Ministry of Health, as
Mm-hmm.
well as the Food and Drug Board. So when it comes to the ministry, we are dealing with these three agencies under the ministry. We also deal with the Ministry of Agri,
Okay.
where the technical people are, especially for propagation and cultivation of medicinal plants. And they also deal with the agri technical staff. And when it comes to the private, we deal with the Traditional Medicine Association and the Federation. And so in Ghana, we deal with the GAFTAM Association in whole. GAFTAM is the Ghana Association of Traditional and Alternative Medicine Practitioners. We also deal with the complementary medicine practitioners as well as the Ghana Association of Medical Herbalists. So we do all this as we try to work in the area of traditional medicine.
Wow. That's quite actually a network of people. But you made mention of dealing with the agri sector. So I want to find out, that means you are actually in the process when you begin, when it has to do with planting of the medicine, the herbs that are used before they are even harvested and brought.
Yes, it's from research we are finding out that most of the practitioners in the country Ghana collect their raw material for preparation of medicines from the wild. I mean from the bush.
Mm-hmm.
And so certain medicinal plants have been considered endangered. They are getting extinct from the system.
Wow.
And so the plan is to work with the agri experts in order to establish means of propagating them and for people to go into commercial production of such plants
Mm-hmm.
for the continuous supply of such material onto the practitioners so that they can have continuous access to material to produce medicines for people who need them.
Okay, so currently, with some of the plants that you have identified to be going extinct, have you put setting? Are there laws, lay down rules or something, or is there a place that you're keeping them, or are there identified? Should I say wild places or the bush that people go to that you're probably saying, okay, probably we have to protect this particular place because this plant is really here, and that's where they go to for it.
Yes. So for some of them, we know especially the regions where they're located. So we have an idea of the regions where certain plants are more dominant and you can easily get them. And so that's why you have to collect them and see how you can cultivate and propagate them to safeguard the whole species from getting extinct.
Wow, that's a lot of work goes into the whole process. I think being opened up to the process actually teaches one a lot about it. So let's say you're in the process of actually research and the validation, and you find something troubling with the herbal product. What do you do? What happens?
Okay. Thanks so much. In case we identify a problem with a particular product, no matter what we do, the first time that you call the producer and we
Okay.
try to discuss with them step by step how they are doing their production from where they are getting their material, their raw material source to the manufacturing process. Some of them we even identify that they don't even have a standard operating procedure. They like everything is in their head and they may not go according to plan. So we sit with them and go through with them. And after that, we go to their manufacturing premises and see the setup, how they have set up, and guide them with some technical support in order for them to do what is right, the product to be able to pass and be safe for human consumption. So these are some of the ways we do to help practitioners.
Okay, so then do the practitioners then do they register with you?
No, the institute is not a regulator by law. And so we don't have people registering with us. But once they hear of our services, they walk to us for technical support, and we do our best to help them.
So just the reason I'm actually asking if they register with you is because you said you call the producer or the manufacturer if you find something wrong with it. So then I just want to find out. So what of those who don't actually walk to you when they hear of your services?
Please, I didn't get the question.
No, I'm saying the reason why I was asking whether you actually registered them is because you said you call the manufacturer if you find that there's something wrong with the herbal product that they actually bring in up. So I actually wanted to
And,
find out, yes, so how the link between the people and then item and how you actually get them. Or is there a body
oh,
separate
okay.
that they register with that you probably go to that body and say, okay, so and so person, we need to get to the person?
As I mentioned earlier, we work with the Food and Drugs Authority. And so some people go to the Food and Drugs Authority and they get back to us for us to work on their product. And so when they come, we have their address and their contact. So when there is anything wrong with the product they have submitted, we're able to get back to them. Or we can go through the same FDA and get to the manufacturer, address the issue. And also, we make ourselves available. We join some of the practitioners associations, their meetings and things to help them at that level. And so they have our contact and can easily call us or see us for technical support in the production unit.
Okay. I think that clarifies it up. Now, I just quickly want to ask you the last thing. What would you say makes African traditional medicine unique?
Hmm. That is an interesting one. Africa has been blessed with a lot of vegetation and material that are used for traditional medicine purposes. And that is one of the uniqueness of African medicine. The materials are so abundant and we easily have access to them. And the whole idea of traditional medicine is from the people and is used by the people. And that's why the research always tells that over 70% of the people accept and use traditional medicine services. One, because the way they are formulated, they are very stable. If you want to compare them with maybe other products, maybe like maybe vaccine, you may need a cold chain to save them from getting bad. But most of the traditional products go under the weather, and so you're able to keep them for a long period. And research has shown that there's a very high potency in a lot of the plants and the products we have in the country. And so that's one positive aspect of the whole thing. There's so much potency in them that if you want to focus on them and develop them, most of the disorders we find around us can be treated with the local products we have. And the last one I will talk about is that they are very cheap and easy for people to administer. It's any technical support for you to administer most of the traditional products, and it made it easy for people to pick it up and use it wherever they are.
Wow. I think that's great. For those listening that were not convinced as to why African traditional medicine is unique, I believe that, I mean, Mr. Alfred has given us enough reasons. But, Mr. Alfred, one more thing before I let you go. I wanted to find out, do you have a system that helps you identify or, find out about quack herbal doctors?
That one is in the domain of the regulators. And since we are not regulators, if we found anything that we suspect to be from a quack source, we normally refer to either the Food and Drugs Board or the Traditional Medicine Practice Council, which are mandated as regulators of the industry for them to take it on. But we make information available as and when we see them.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for your time, and we really appreciate it. We'll do well to stay in touch again. Okay, so that was Mr. Alfred Ofori Agyemang. He's actually from the Institute of Traditional and Alternative Medicine, like you mentioned, in the Volta region. We're getting back to Dr. Ibrahim Adam Kaku, who happens to be the chairman of the Northern Regional Association of Herbalists. But I mean, he mentioned something. There was something that I used to be bothered about a lot, and he's actually clarified it for me. He talked about the potency and the fact that it's able to cure a lot of ailments and some of the issues we find ourselves, if we actually administer most of these traditional or herbal medicines, they would solve a lot of them. One of the major questions that used to bug me a lot about traditional medicines used to be that how is it that you have probably just it's like one thing, one medicine or one product can cure a lot of things. I don't know. I don't think I'm the only person. I don't know. I believe Maud has also noticed that. You just have one herbal product and they give you a list of things that it does. And I was just thinking, sometimes you go to a pharmacy, you're buying this, it works for that, it works for that. But one herbal product can cure A, can cure B, can cure C, can cure D. And I think that is what used to put doubts in my head. So, but with Mr. Alfred actually declaring about the potency and the fact that they can work a lot, I think now I would opt and look more to the traditional medicine. We do have Dr. Ibrahim Adam Kaku on the line. He's the chairman of the Northern Regional Association of Herbalists. Hello, good afternoon, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I think I prefer to call you Doc.
Yeah.
Yes. How are you doing, Doc?
I'm fine.
Wonderful, wonderful. So,
Yeah.
Doc, in
Mm.
case myself or a friend of mine actually wants to become a herbalist, how do we go about it?
Herbal, before you come to be a herbal other practitioner or a herbal doctor, no fear, we do inherit it.
Okay.
We do inherit it. I inherited it from my grandfather.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then that means if I don't have anybody in my family who has become or whoever was a herbal practitioner, does it mean there's no other way for me to become
No,
one?
not that. But, as the way I'm sitting down, I've even trained some children more than 3 or 4. They are also practicing. So you can learn it.
Okay.
You
Okay.
can learn it. You can learn it.
Wow.
You
Okay.
can learn it as the way you know you to go to school and learn as a next. You can learn it.
Yes.
You can learn it about.
Wow. Okay. So then that
Yeah.
means there are institutions that actually will train somebody who is
Yeah.
interested in becoming a herbalist.
Yeah. Somebody who is interested on the herbal, we do trade. But if the person is with you, even the way you used to send the person, go and do this, go to bush, go and leave this herbs, go and look to this herb and come. So before the person stay with you as a normal 6 years, and you also know that now she's qualified. She can also herbal doctor. You can let the person either he or her to pass all that process to also come to be a herbal.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to find out how often do people actually seek your services? How often will people come
Ah.
looking for a herbal practitioner?
Yeah. We have orthodox treatment and we have herbal treatment. If
Yes.
somebody go to hospital with a sickness and she's not going through, normally she asks about herbs. We people like this, me, the way I'm sitting now, I even practice more than 25 years today. So
Wow.
the whole of they know me.
Wow.
They know me well. That's why I'm be the chairman. All that 5 regions, I'm their chairman.
Well, that that
Yeah.
that, that tells how much good work you're doing and the trust that people have in
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
So what I
Yeah.
mean, we can't say that you go without challenges. I mean, with everybody knowing you, you having to actually cater to all these 5 regions like you mentioned and actually being the chairman of the Northern Regional Association of Herbalists, I believe the
Yeah.
profession does come with challenges. What are some of the challenges you actually have to deal
Yeah,
with on
we
a
have
daily
a lot of
basis?
challenges. We have a lot of challenges. Like the way this coverage has come. The government is supposed to give us all that opportunity for us to also do something better with the coverage. The government doesn't give us that opportunity. And then always we have a problem challenging with the orthodox. Because the orthodox those are out. When is that last week like this, I was in Accra for a training and what is the name? A workshop about mental disorder. This sickness, when you send it to hospital, definitely you even care.
unless you look for the author, you look for the herbs. So that's why they called me for that workshop. So I left Accra on Saturday in evening. Then I came to Tamale. So we have a lot of challenges. We have a lot of challenges to the government or to everybody because the that we are doing. There's no just this morning last I was sitting when they carried a patient to me. It's almost a month now. They have gone through the orthodox, gone through some tests, and somebody says that you go to the garden. She came to me. I did. I did my best, and she showed me.
We thank
Yeah.
we thank the Almighty for that. Doc, when you actually making your submission, you said that the government is not giving you the opportunity when this COVID has come. Could you actually throw more light on? Is it that they are not? Is it that you actually have a solution, or you believe you can find a cure, and they're not giving you opportunity to bring it out, or they're not even sitting with you to listen?
Yeah, after that, we cannot even mention that we are treating coverage. So here, people will come. So when you even check his condition, you normally send someone to go to bush and bring the herbs. So the person do this, go and boil it, bath, drink for 3 or 4 days. You see that the person is okay. And that is why we have been talking that the government is supposed to give us a lot of money for us to also do something. So it's about the herbs. To see either the herbs that we are seeing, we are being, the government is supposed to have a tax on it. Concerning about herbs, concerning about the coverage. It pains us. But we would have an option. That's some of the challenges that we are facing, madam.
So I want to ask that you said there's no trust. Is there a reason why you believe the government doesn't trust or believe in the herbal medicine?
We can say there's no trust. That is why the government didn't give us as mandate. If there's a trust between we and the government is supposed to give us that mandate for us to also work.
That's
and
true.
the whole country, people should see.
That's true.
But I'm telling you something. You see, about even 100%, out of almost 75 people are taking herbs.
Yeah.
Some few are taking orthodox.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
So you made mention of the fact that you don't have that much mandate and you're always in a fight with the orthodox.
Yeah.
Do you have a key person who actually represents Herbalist when it comes to the table at government?
Yeah, that is Nana Kojo Obiri. That is our general secretary.
Yes. And so then that means he's not giving so much opportunity to air your views.
No, he did. He did his best. He did. He pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. But the government didn't listen to that.
Wow. So then that means you're actually treating, this is more like treating the COVID on a low scale as to those around you.
You know, there's not any sickness that maybe they can even go around and see that this is what is going on, this or that. There is a lot of sickness that they've been carrying to that, but the government is not out. What's about it? We're doing well about it.
Wow. So
there's not any sickness. We have the spiritual, we have the herbs, and then when it comes to spiritual, we are doing well. When it comes to herbs, we are doing everything. We are combining everything.
Yeah. It really is a frustrating situation. I mean, when you actually do have the solutions, but then the government is not actually giving you the opportunity. Doc, how do you find your herbs? You've made mention of the fact that you can easily say, go into the bush and bring this herb and bring that herb. And how do you actually find your herbs?
As northern region here, we have some particular places that we normally used to go. We will have some forest at our area that you can go there and get. It's not easy for you to just find our herbs within some short time unless you go far. It's something like you go to Salaga area or you go to what the name bush by the riverside. That's where you can even find out your herbs. And I used to go and find my herbs.
Wow. Then that involves a lot of movement.
It's involved.
Doc, I want to find out. I mean, as we're actually drawing the curtains due to time, I want to find out. So, can you give us some home remedies? Let's say I'm home, I'm having malaria or I have a headache or something. Instead of running to quickly take a tablet or a pill, what what are some of the herbs that I can actually take, or what can I do to ease the headache instead of just going to the pharmacy to buy a pill?
Yeah, the way what the answer that you just question me is somebody can come. You ask the person, okay, you have a slight headache. For how long? That I've been in hospital for a long period, but it's still I'm not seeing any changes about that. So when the person comes, we also have a medicine that is work quickly like paracetamol. You just let the person take it in front of you and let the person get the place and lie down. Within 5 minutes, you see that the person started sweating. It means it's off.
So what
Before you go on the treatment.
on the treatment? So what is actually the name of a plant like this? I mean, for those, you see, the thing is, sometimes we have the plants in our backyard. Sometimes we have it around our houses in the bush that grows by us. But I
Yeah.
don't know the name. I don't know what it looks like. So I pass by it every day. I even pour water on it, but then I don't go for it to use it.
So you be seeing the plant, but you don't know the use of the plant.
Yes. So if you could actually mention some of them that we actually could use, it would really be good.
It's true. Okay, you know that is my profession. And today, when you just go to an orthodox medicine doctor, he said that just show me how to operate somebody today. You know that the person the doctor find it difficult, and it's the same thing. That is our profession.
Doc, okay, Doc. So can you just tell me the name of some of the plants?
You know the plants we are not using one plant too. The plant we are not using one plant. Even when you go to some bush and look for a plant and come and sell it, even the scientific nature it is difficult and it's working completely. So even some of the plants in English maybe it was very difficult unless my language.
Okay, so now since it will be difficult to mention some of the plants, let's take for example neem tree. I do have a lot of neem trees around my house. I believe people
In
have it
your
a
house,
lot in
yeah.
town here. So with neem tree, Doc, what are some of the things I can solve with neem tree?
Something like if you have let's take it, if you have typhoid or you have malaria and it stay with you for a long period. Hello?
Yes, Doc, I'm here. I can hear you, Doc.
When you get that neem tree and get guava
Okay.
leaves and then add pawpaw leaves and boil it. And when you take it, the malaria will go forever and it will not come again.
Wow. So I
Yes.
get the neem leaves, then I add the guava leaves and then the pawpaw leaves.
And add pawpaw.
Yes. Then I boil and
Pawpaw
drink.
Boil it well.
Okay.
And make sure that if you want to boil it, you wash it well.
Okay.
After washing it, you dry it small, not plenty. Just dry it within some 5 minutes before you put it on the pot.
Okay. Okay. That is amazing. So I wouldn't necessarily have to be running to get orthodox medicine now if I have malaria. Oh, God, if I
And you see that treatment that I've shown you, and that is 100% treatment because there's not any chemicals on it.
yes.
There's nothing. It's natural. So taking it, you see how you urinate. You urinate everything out, and you'll be free.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Doc. Thank you.
You are welcome.
In fact that is enough. Thank you so much. We're really grateful for making time. We will stay in touch, and in fact we will have to push forward so that you're giving the mandates you can do more, because I mean you're really doing a lot of work up there in the north. We're really grateful for your time today.
No problem.
Do have a wonderful day. God bless you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so you heard it. That was Dr. Ibrahim Kaku, the chairman of Northern Regional Association of Herbalists. Now, If you have malaria, typhoid, and you've been taking all the medicines, the orthodox, and sometimes it comes, it goes, doc has given you a remedy. Neem leaves, guava leaves, and pawpaw leaves. Boil, drink, and you'll be fine. It will be gone forever.